IG inspections are a part of life in the Air Force. Everyone is ultimately affected by the outcome of these inspections. One new type of inspection is the multi-major command or multi-MAJCOM inspection. It's an operational readiness inspection that involves several major commands. Recently, a multi-MAJCOM inspection was conducted at RAF Mildenhall in the United Kingdom.
I'm Colonel Robert Clark. I'm the USAF Director of Inspection and Team Chief for the ORI that we just completed here at Mildenhall.
Anything significant happening in aircraft maintenance?
Yes, they are having some minor quality maintenance problems, which when they get under stress, under pressure, they're not performing well. And
the inspection system exists because the Commander-in-Chief requires an independent evaluation of how well the troops in the field are doing, where the problems might be, gives them an independent view of the health of his command.
Does anyone else have any observations on what's going on and what we've seen so far?
I'm Chief Master Sergeant Michael Cummings. I'm an aircraft maintenance inspector for USAF. We have to have the inspection system to be combat capable. In a peacetime environment, you've got to be able to measure our capability to use the manpower and the equipment that's been afforded us to the utmost to achieve the mission. So capability and the inspection system go hand in hand.
There are 5 ratings in any inspection: outstanding, excellent, satisfactory, marginal, and unsatisfactory. Many people think that satisfactory is undesirable. That's not true.
Satisfactory is what the United States Air Force expects. It, by definition, means that you can, in fact, execute your mission with few problems. You can, in fact, do it.
The exercises, the inspection, the validation, the writing process, it all culminates in the final product, the report that we can give to the wing commander and say, this is your unit's capability. After index, we have to sit down, whoever's working together as a team, and we prepare our notes and start writing problem statements and, of course, those commendable areas.
What we're interested in is making sure that problems get fixed, that readiness is improved. The objective of the inspector is to draw a picture of readiness at a unit. The report is the way he documents that.
As inspectors, we would like every unit in the command to meet its mission in the most effective way possible. The bottom line is, we're really here to help.
Airlift, an important part of United States deterrence strategy. To respond to global challenges, we must be able to rapidly project our military forces anywhere in the world. Airlift might be the difference in winning or losing a battle. To meet present and future force projection requirements, the Air Force is increasing its airlift capabilities. The cornerstone, a new airlifter, the C-17.
Obviously, you got to modernize. The biggest single program that we have is, as you mentioned, the C-17. It's terribly important to us, absolutely crucial that we get an airplane, a modern airplane. We've got some new technologies that we ought to be using, and our crews ought to have the very best thing they have. They are the best crews in the world. They ought to be flying the best airplanes and the best Air Force in the world. So we need to do that, and the answer is the C-17. It's been a long time coming. We've delayed it, and we've delayed it. We need to get on with the production of it. We're fighting hard for it. The program is very healthy and in good shape, and the airplane looks good and is healthy. Well, the many parts of the C-17 are flying now. It's not a paper airplane. The engines are flying and doing incredibly well, better than we ever expected. The avionics are well developed and mature. The airplane's design is now designed around the back end of the airplane. We've designed an airplane for the first time to do the airlift job. It'll be efficient. It'll be cost-effective. It's the thing the country needs.
At the Long Beach, California facilities of McDonnell Douglas Corporation and at subcontractors around the country, the C-17 is taking shape. The plane combines proven technology with advanced design and will be the Air Force's prime airlifter well into the 21st century. Like the C-141 and C-5, the C-17 is a strategic airlifter able to carry large numbers of people, machines, and munitions across intercontinental distances. Like the C-130, the C-17 can land and take off on short runways close to a battle or crisis. The C-17 holds approximately twice the payload of a C-141, and like the C-5, can carry the same outsized equipment. Large tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, and helicopters will fit into the C-17. It will be the only aircraft in the U.S. inventory that can airdrop outsized cargo. The C-17 will also be able to use LAPES, the low-altitude parachute extraction system, to deliver cargo, reducing its vulnerability to enemy ground fire. The C-17 is the first airlifter designed around its airlift mission. In the cockpit, heads-up displays will assist the pilot and co-pilot on landing. The yoke control will be replaced by a stick, allowing more freedom of movement and a better view of aircraft instruments. In the cargo bay, the Loadmaster has 2 complete workstations and 1 auxiliary workstation. All mission-essential equipment will be carried aboard the C-17, and mission changeover can be done in flight instead of on the ground. Individual jump seats for paratroopers have 2 seat positions to accommodate large packs. The jump cable can be installed in flight in minutes by 1 Loadmaster. The troop door is the largest ever made to make exit easier. Powerful Pratt & Whitney 2040 engines and externally blown flaps give the C-17 propulsive lift, enabling it to take off and land on short runways. Thrust reversers on the engines allow the aircraft to make rapid descents and reduce the risk of dirt and debris from entering the engines while the plane is on the ground. Using idle reverse during engines running on-load and off-load will eliminate blowing dust, dirt, and hot engine exhaust gases, making troop and equipment delivery safer. The reversers will also help the C-17 turn and back on smaller ramps. 8 C-17s can be parked in the space needed for 3 C-5s. The structures and subsystems of the plane are being designed as simply as possible, using commonly available parts wherever possible. The C-17's landing gear has 1/7 the number of fittings as the C-141. The aircraft will have walk-in avionics, so maintenance workers won't have to remove working electronic parts to reach broken ones. Maintenance man-hours for the C-17 will be 30 to 60% less than for similar maintenance tasks on C-141s and C-5s. The new transport is capable of hauling 4 times the payload of a C-130 into forward operating locations. In combat, this would expose 1 aircraft and a 3-man crew to hostile fire instead of 4 aircraft and 20 crew members. The C-17's excellent ground maneuverability, backing capability, and quick combat offload will minimize ground time at these forward operating locations. With a payload of more than 167,000 pounds, the C-17 can take off from a 7,600-foot runway, fly 2,400 nautical miles, and land on a small 3,000-foot runway. This flexibility will allow the C-17 to land at 6 times more airfields worldwide than can currently be used by our other large cargo-carrying airlifters. The new airlifter is also air refuelable. Flight testing of the C-17 will begin in 1990, and the first C-17 squadron will be operational at Charleston Air Force Base, South Carolina in 1992. Guard and reserve units will receive C-17s early in the production cycle. By the end of the year 2000, there will be 210 C-17s, and the Air Force will have greatly increased its strategic airlift capabilities. The C-17 will take our ground forces from the United States directly to overseas areas where they're needed. Direct delivery by the C-17 will enhance the survivability and mobility of American fighting forces.
If you make the wrong choice to drink and drive, the consequences can be severe. You could receive a dishonorable discharge, be jailed, have loss of pay and allowances, have your driving privileges suspended, and if you're injured, you may have to pay your own medical bills. Then too, there are the civilian penalties. There is one other thing. Someone may die because of you. On an evening in March, a good friend of mine was killed because I made the wrong choice. I didn't take time to think about that before. I have plenty of time to think about that now.